Okay, it's recording. So we're going to make a 2D game. So what I want you to do is make a map, and in the map, I want you to just use numbers and it needs to be a 8 by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That's one row, and it uses the square bracket. And then you can put a comma between the next row. This is called row 1 or row 0. And instead of putting it all in a single line, I don't really like that. I put it at enter. It just looks more clean and nice. Okay, because it is a two-dimensional array. So we need it to be 8 by 8 grid. So 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more row. Okay. And then the last one doesn't need a comma. I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to print my map just to make sure that my game is working. And it is. But we don't like this notation. Does anyone know how to print it so it looks more like a grid? Does anyone know how to do that? I want it to look like this, what I have on the screen. Yeah, I can make a function. Okay, explain a little bit more. How would you make a function? Yeah, I can do that. Usually when I program, I don't make the functions right out. I just kind of go through the logic, and then later I build the functions because I'm not 100% sure if the code's going to work. So I'm going to play with the, you're right, I need to make a print map function, okay? I'm going to put the code here. I'm going to use a loop for I in range map print I. Okay, I'm going to make a function that it's going to be equal to I, and it's just going to be hopefully print this all out. So instead of using print map function, which doesn't really work, I'm going to use a loop. Okay. All right, I'm going to run. There we go. Does that look a little better, Uma? So make your own game, get it printing a 8 by 8 grid, something like this. Yep. Now in there, I want you to build some walls. Let 0 equal to blank space where I can walk. A 0 means I can walk. It's a path. Okay? This is, what am I doing right now there, Uma, when I'm doing this right here? Is this actually programming, or why am I doing this right here? What is this right here called? What am I doing? What are these things called? No, they're not variables, they're red. If I'm, yeah, these are just like comments on how my game works, right? Because I'm just saying, hey, a 0 just means it's a path and a 1 is a wall. I want you to build some walls inside your game. So I don't want you to be able to walk outside the game. Okay, I'm going to put a boundary around my game here. So these are just walls in my game. I can't get out. Maybe I have an entrance to a second floor or a map. Okay, so when I hit run, you can see that I have walls, and now I just need to make a character. Yeah. Let's do a character. Give me a number that's going to be the character there, Wendy. Who's the main character? Give me a number. Can't be 1. 1's a wall. Very good. 2 is equal to the player. Uma, where do you want the player to start in the game? Choose a location in the 2D array where you want the character to be. Like row, column. Row 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then what column? 7. Okay, so we're going to start right at this corner here. This is going to be 2. This is me. Can you see me? I'm this little character. And the game is I'm going to be able to move around the screen. That's it. That will show you a good understanding of two-dimensional arrays. So I'm going to make a variable about my location. Okay? I'm going to make a variable called row. What row is this there, Uma? What row is he? So he's 0. Yeah, let me see here. 6. He's row 6. And then column is this one right here. It's an 8, so it's going to be 7. This is the player 1 start. This is the player's start position. Okay? We need to keep track of this is because as I move, the rows and columns are going to change. Agree or disagree? If I go to the left, how is this game going to work? Can you guys just pause for a second? I'm going to explain this so that you can see the logic. Are you ready? I need eyes on the screen just for 1 minute. Just stop typing. I just want you to focus. Okay, Chad? Don't type. I want you to watch. What I'm going to do is if I press arrow key, I'm going to change the 2 to this position. What do I need to do with this position that he was in? What do I need to do? What do I need to update? Wendy, I need your eyes here. Originally, I'm here. Agree? I want to move to the left. I want this to change to 2, so I can assign that a 2. What do I need to do to update my game? Can I have 2 2s? No, that would mean a clone of my character. So what I need to do is anytime I move, I need to update my past location to a 0. Does that make sense? And so the idea is I move to a location, update that location, and then put a 0 in my previous one. That's a step 1. Move the 2 and then change the past position to a 0. Can I do that? I think we can. Let's have a try. So we have the print map function right here. We need to make a move function. Okay. Right now this is not a function. I can make this a function, but I'll do that later. I'm going to make a move function. I'm just going to do a left. Move to the left. I'm right here. Sorry, I'm right here. I'll move to the left. I need to get an input. I need to get an input. So I'm going to call this move. Move is equal to input. Enter a direction to move. And I'm going to say, what is my direction? I'm going to say A is left. D is right. Okay, I'm just going to do 2 for now. Okay, you should tell them how to move all the directions, but for time's sake, I'm just going to do left and right. Okay, A means left, D means right. That's a good notation. Then we need to have a main game. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a loop in here to run all this. I need to check if if move is equal to A, what am I going to do? Am I going to change the row or column? Uma. If I go A, am I going to update the row and or column? I want this 2 to move right here. Yeah, I need to update the column. What do I need to do with the column? Do I need to increase the column or decrease the column? Yeah, you need to decrease the column by 1. So I'm just going to go column is -1. When you're moving left, move left, decrease the column in my thing. Okay. And then I'm going to have to update my location. After I have my do column, I need to update my character to appear right here. Boop. I want him to become a 2. So I need to assign that location, the new location with it. So what I'm going to do is my map, column, my row, map, row, column is going to be equal to 2. You see? This is going to assign, update the man to new location. And the location is in row column. I've decremented the column by 1, so we should have a 2 here. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to have a try. Let's quickly make a function here. Print map. Okay. And this is the function for print map. You should use functions. It's going to make your life a lot easier. So I have print map. And by the way, I will be sharing this code after. So no need to worry. Okay. I think this is going to work. Let's have a little run. Oh, I should have printed my map first. I needed to print my map first. So when the game first starts, I need to make a loop. While true, I'm just going to make a forever. While game is equal to true, I'm going to do this right here. Put this into a while loop. Print map should be at the very beginning. And then I'm going to have my beginning game variable is equal to true. This is just run the game. Game is running, I think is better. Game is running. Cool. So while the game is, it should have a double equal sign. Don't forget about that. While the game is true, I'm going to print. I'm going to get input, and then that looks relatively okay. Okay, let's have a run and see if this works. Let's have a try. Here's the thing. Here's my character. I want to move him to the left. I press A, and it didn't work. He didn't move him. Why? Let me put it in again. Oh, it worked. So I just needed to print him earlier, it looks like. Okay. It did work. You see there's a 2 there. Can you guys see that 2? I'll rerun the game and you can see him move. Watch. A. He's moving. Oh my goodness. You see those 2s? He's going down that way. We do have a problem though, because he didn't update early. So let me think. This is working. I need to update my map earlier. Let me think about this. I think what we have is one of these variables is wrong. Right now, what is this? This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Row 6, 7. Let's see. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, do you see the thing is this should be 6, 6. My starting condition wasn't in the correct location. Okay. He's actually at 6, 6. Let's run the game now. Oh my goodness. Look. It's working now. He's moving. Can you see the two moving? Oh my, and then he went off the screen and then I'm off. What do I need to do now there? Yes. Okay. That's basically it. Your schoolwork is I want you to try as he moved to the left. I need you to update this to 0. How to do that there, Wendy? He now can move to the left, right? But I need to delete the 2. So as I run, watch. See the 2 went over. I need to delete his previous position. How can I do that in this code there, Wendy? I move him here because I decreased that, but I need to change this to a 0. How to do that? Yeah. What you can do is you need to delete update his old position to a 0, right? So what we can do is, since I'm decreasing the column, I can increase the column to his previous position and make it a 0. Or instead of doing that, I can do a short. This will work. I'm gonna hit run. Let's have a try. Oh my goodness, the 2 is moving over. Can you see the 2 moving? The 2 is moving. Uma, I want a better way. Right now, I decrease the column, and then I update this location to 2, and then I increase the column and put that to 0. What is the other way? Where can I change this code to do the same effect? We can change old position to 0. Instead of putting the +1, which is kind of funny, can everyone look here? I want to explain a concept. Okay. This idea is I decrease column. I need everyone's sides here. Look on the screen there, Wendy. Thank you. You decrease and update. Instead, I can immediately, before moving him, update that to a 0. We don't care about that. Look here there, Wendy. Instead of, because right now the procedure is I put a 2 here and then I delete a 0 there. That's wasting time. Why not just the current position, I know he's moving, put a 0 where he is. And then update the new location to 2. I think this is a better method. So what I can do is I'm going to say he's moved. Change his current position to 0. That means he moved. He's not there anymore, hopefully. And then I update his decrease his column and then 2. I'm going to hit run and we'll see if this method works a little better. And it works. You see the 2's moving along there. Okay. That's the code. I will send the code in the chat there, Chad. You do not need a copy. Your schoolwork. Make the man move to the left. When you have done that, this is schoolwork 1. Make the man move to the, not the left, the right. Okay, this is 2D game. Schoolwork number 2. Make the man go up. Up/down. Okay? this 2 schoolwork there. Please do not copy the code. I'm going to paste the code to you. Copy this. Go into Teams, grade 11. I'm going to give you the code here. Just copy the code and throw it into this. Here is the 2D game code. Okay. So in the future, when we do this, I want you just to pay more attention on the screen. Chad, you don't need to copy because I do type very fast. And then at the end, I will give you my code. Your job is to understand my code and change it. Okay? So this is your schoolwork. Make the character move to the right using the ideas here. Okay? And then he should go around. If you can do that, make it so he can't go onto the walls. And that's it. Okay? Schoolwork number 3. Okay, I'm going to stop my recording. So these are the tasks for you guys to complete. Now's the time to